Hello everyone, my name is SneakyNex, and today I will be doing loot from 150 Raksha kills. Raksha is the newest boss added to RuneScape and resides on Anachronia. It was added in December and presents a high-level challenge to all PvMers out there. So let's get right into the video, starting with what drops Raksha has.
One of the first drops you'll probably get while doing Raksha involve one of these three boots on the screen: Laceration, Fleeting, and Blast Diffusion, respectively. The Fleetings, however, are the only ones that are unique to Raksha. Another rare drop that Raksha has is called the Shadow Spike. This spike is used on those previous three boots to make them tier 90. The first of the codices that Raksha drops is called the Divert Codex. This codex allows you to, instead of heal off your shield like Resonance would, it makes it to where you would get Adrenaline instead. It's very niche and is currently the least priced of the three. The next ability that Raksha drops is called Greater Chain. Now this is an ability that makes it to where once you hit your primary target, the next ability that you use, say Detonate or something, will also be cast on another target with a 50% damage reduction. And finally, for the greatest prize of them all, the Greater Ricochet, which is an ability that makes it to where instead of Ricochet bouncing off to 2 targets, or say 5 other targets if you had Caraming, it instead makes all those targets hit a single target, which makes it to where it does a lot more damage than it used to be. And for the final rare drop, we have Raclette, which is simply the boss pet at Raksha with the only known confirmed drop rate, which is 1 in 1,000 with a 200 threshold.
Now, onto the preset. As far as presets go, I took a typical high-end ranged preset. Melee and mage can be used, however. Ranged does appear to be the dominant style here, outputting the most consistent damage. There are other switches that I brought as well, such as a Scythe and our Laceration boots for a certain part of the boss fight in which you need to dash around, as well as bringing an Asylum Surgeon's Ring once you get confident. However, a Ring of Death is certainly advisable, especially with the current state of death costs. Alright, let's go ahead and get straight into the loot and see what we got over time.
Well, here we go, starting off with some Golden Dragon Fruit Seeds. These are pretty rare, not very common, to be honest. They're not going to make up the bulk of or anything like that. And this is another one of the common drops. It's not as much the Soul Runes, but they're nice for like vulnerability bomb making and stuff. However, this is a very common drop, the Black Dragon Hide. I got this several times. It's very consistent, good drop right there. Now this next one is pretty much the meme one. You got the old Stone Spirits, although they're actually pretty good since you get both light and dark ammo here. And then the Crystal Keys, another consistent drop that are constantly going up right now. Actually, they're pretty stable. And then Spirit Weed Seeds. So these are nice if you want to like farm your own Spirit Weeds and make sticks and stuff like that. And then right here we just got the old 50 Rune Salvage, just nice alcohol. Here is one of the bigger ones, Ceramic Scales. These are going to be going up. These are one of the more valuable drops, especially nowadays since range is the prevalent meta. And here's the big boy drop from the commons, the Onyx Dust that you can get. These are very nice for you to upkeep your Onyxes and stuff like that. Same thing, you just transmute it into a big old Onyx. Now here we have the Inner Adrenaline Crystals. These are nice to upkeep your Adrenaline Potions or Adrenaline Renewals. Nice if you especially upkeep your player-owned farms. And here we have the Orichalcum Spikeage, the small, medium one. These are a little bit less than the other one that you can get, but they're really good alc overall. And here we go, just another PR that I got. One of the earlier PRs that I got. Not the best one that I did, but it was a good PR. It did eventually get better than that one, though. And there's the old Carambolas. Those are the worst drop that you can get. They don't even sell for like 1,000 GP each, so it's a big sad once you get those. However, we made up for it now with some huge Orichalcum Salvage, which was the big ounce right there. And then here we go, just some more Onyx Dust. Just it's a big drop, over 3 mil every time almost. And then here, yet again, this is the lower end of Onyx Dust, but it's still a pretty good drop, 2.6 mil. Not too bad. Can't complain about that one, eh? Especially since it helps to recharge the rod when things don't go too well. And what would a loot video be without an actual rare drop in it? Thank goodness I got this one, a Greater Chain. This was really nice to get. I did not sell it though. I do like to collect my own abilities and stuff once they come out. Outside of Greater Ricochet, I really wanted that one. So I went ahead and claimed this chain just to have it. It may not be the best ability, but they are planning on buffing it, so you never know. Maybe it was a good idea to go ahead and do this one. And then, of course, we were able to go ahead and get yet another codex here. This one is a duo with one of my friends. It's a Divert Codex. It's not the best drop, but it's a rare drop, so it's cool to see. We like to see rare drops, and just here we are. Gonna go ahead and chuck it into the GE here. See what it goes out for. A nice solid 38 mil, so 19 mil split between me and my pal.
Oh! That makes me happy! Oh, yes! Yes! That makes me happy. Very good. Don't forget to pick it up. It's still on the ground. And claim it. Yes.
So, as you can see, I did end up getting the pet along the way as well. I was second threshold, so it was only a 3 in 1,000 drop, so not the rarest of drops, but hey, we got the pet out of the way, really excited. And here's just another PR. That's the current PR that I have at 302. Not too shabby, but I really want to get that sub 3. And here we are with my second Shadow Spike. This spike I did not sell, actually, and I went ahead and just attached it to the Fleeting Boots that I got, which I unfortunately did not record and missed it. So yeah, I went ahead and just ironed that tier 90 boot out. So yeah, here we go. Let's see what the rest we got was.
Alright, and here we are at the final bit of our price check. Overall, we did our 150 kills, and it was pretty fun. We got ourselves a chain, a Shadow Spike, and a pair of Fleeting Boots, as well as a Divert Codex that we split with our friend. And the biggest prize of them all was IFB progress with the old Raclette pet that we got. But overall, let's go ahead and see what we got as our price check. Let's stick it all in here real quick. And it comes out to 544 mil. So not too bad. On average, I got about 13 to 15 kills an hour. Take the upper end, you get about 50 mil an hour, 54 mil an hour, in between 45 to 54 mil an hour. So not too bad at all in terms of GP an hour for an in-game boss. Well, mostly in-game. The most common drop we got was the Dinosaur Bones, which totaled out to 12.8. But the best drop we got overall in terms of commons was the Sarenic Scales, which we got 15 of, because they drop it in sets of 3, so which totals 18.4 mil. Other notable drops, of course, are the Orichalcum Salvage, especially the huge ones, and the Onyx Dust, which both turned out to be 16 and 12 mil, respectively. The gold is the price of which the Codices and Spike would have sold the day I got them. The total would be higher now, but I took it from when I got the drops. And this is without a greater Ricochet, which is the most valuable prize here, which is about 1.1 billion gold. So if I did happen to get one of those, it would have skyrocketed the price check by quite a bit. So unlucky that we didn't get it, but we did get everything else about that time. So yep, and as well as a pair of Fleeting Boots, which are the most valuable boots. But yeah, I would highly recommend doing this boss if you're learning PVM. At the higher end, it's a boss you have to pay attention to. You can't just you can relax at it, but you can't like be lazy about it. There are AFK Revel rotations that you can do nowadays because the boss has been a little bit more fleshed out and optimized. And yeah, if you just want to do a not so high end boss, like say really high-end rage Telos or Solak or something like that, this is the boss for you. As well as its fun duo and solo content, even though nearly the entirety of my kills were solo. But yeah, hopefully we get that greater Ricochet, as it's the only thing we need now, I believe, from the boss. So yeah, where is it at down here? There it is. And we did get our PR down to 302. Hopefully we'll get a 3.0 or sub 3 soon. But yeah, pray for that greater Ricochet. Alright, guys.